All right. All right. Sorry for that little mishap there. Things happen. We're in the process of getting some better stuff. So just we will have taken care of. So we're down here at Argos, boys soccer between Argos and Bethany, and we are 11:52 to go here in the first half. Nice kick there by Gabe to try to get the offense going here for Argos. And Jalen Slayball, and he goes all the way here wide here to Tyson Chupp. And now Argos going on the attack right up the middle. You got about a 3-on-5. And there's a one-time back shot. Nice save down the laser beam. All right. Nice punt. Yeah, now Argos going up here on the attack. Nice stop and go. With Ted. And shot. Nope. Oh, that's a little weak. That was a little weak. Yeah, we're just a little bit weak. All right. Up the old Raider shaft, and who's going to win that? Well, Bethany got it. Well, but Argus got it right back. And the Bethany keeper clears it. That goes over the touch. Yep, throw in coming in here to Ted here for the Dragons. And now the one-time back to Gabe. Now here comes Bethany on the attack. Nice ball, a little too far. Went over the touch. And another one over the touch. And Tyson Chupp just knocked it off his head and knocked it out. Yeah, so watch out for Bethany basketball this year. It's right in the neighborhood of 14 games this year for Bethany basketball, and it's boys and girls. And I think it's pretty much even. But we will have a lot of Bethany basketball games for you this year. Especially on both sides. And our first girls game will be against, guess who? At Bethany against these Argos Dragons. That'll be our first girls game for Bethany. Pending no problems. All right, got some more Subway subs coming in. Wow. And another. That throw in, but Argos, and goes over the touch. There'll be a corner kick coming up here for the Dragons. Up there, that was dangerous, right in the box. Yeah, no. Bethany came with it here for the Dragons. Serving the ball. Oh, a nice ball in the box. Sean Richard just couldn't get to it. All right. Free kick coming up here for Bethany. There now. Ted. And get the shot in, and he's like, the touch. Yeah, it went. To be a goal kick coming up. Yep. We're at 6:42 to go here in the first half. We are scoreless. I've had quite a few games like this year.
Shout out to Mrs. Carroll, Bronwyn Carroll, who's home watching the game.
And up.
Number 13 is that's Caden Brady.
Now Bethany coming on the attack. Here with Jordan. And reverse it. And it's kept there by Slay Ball for the Bruins.
Caden's mom, ironically,
Bethany Argos going on the attack. And that was Devin and couldn't quite control it. And now, well, I got a hot potato down there. Who's going to control it? And Argus got it. It was Markley. And over a touch.
The only thing I'm missing this year is I would take chicken and noodles right now. Our concession stand.
All right, throw in here for the Argus Dragons. And shot. Nope, one hopper. And keeper will go take care of that one. Here for Bethany. And now over to Chup here for Bethany. And that was that missed hit, but nope, guess not. Chup went home for Chup, and so we throw in for the Argus Dragons. With 5:03 to go. And we are still scoreless. I've had a few games like that this year. And shot on there by Cameron and for Argus, and the Bethany keeper comes out there and grabs it. All right, Bethany just knocked it over the touch. Beck just knocked over and says, let's regroup.
100 miles an hour, and it's not afraid to head that ball. And stick his head.
All right, there's another shot, but blocked there again by Bethany. Jordan. Argus has it. He's going to go back and all the way back and reset, and they're going to reverse it over here on the near side. Trying to spread Bethany out a little bit, but it didn't work on that one. Bethany got it right back here with Jordan. And the one-timer. And we have an offside call. Bethany had the break, and they just couldn't quite get it. So we're going to have some Subway subs coming in here for Bethany here pretty quick. And we got foul on Argus, okay. Free kick coming up here for Bethany. And served up and right to Bethany by the Argus keeper. And he'll take it out of there.
Walk in the park. Ironically enough, he really didn't play keeper until his freshman year.
All right, now. Yep, Devin Allen going out here for the Dragons.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, him only playing.
Yep, tried to center and nobody was home. Now Bethany coming back with it. And it was a chop. And Argus just knocked over a touch there by Allen. So we should be a throw-in coming up here for the Bethany Bruins. All right. Throw in. And intercepted there by Bethany. But taken back by Argus. Okay. We're at 1:53 to go. All right, now. Yep, Argos back with yeah, Argos back with it. Okay. But up the elevator shaft it goes. And Luke, don't think he had control of it. And now what? All right, now Bethany will trying to go up on the attack. Yep, Gabe back with it here for the Argos Dragons. Hey, how did he get through? Oh, how did he get it through there? But the keeper for Bethany comes out there and grab it. That weed right between a couple players. So I don't know how it did it, but it did it. Now Argos going on attack here with Gabe. Nice stop and go. Shot. Oh, blocked by the. And over a touch. So Argos get a corner kick coming up. And we're pushing halftime. We're pushing halftime. Yep. And should be halftime, right? Yep. Yep. So at halftime here from Argos. And it's Bethany 0, Argos 0. We'll be back. We'll go down to Indianapolis. Be right back.
I'm so tired of cleaning those gutters every year. I'm getting too old for this.
Why don't you call Rain Drain? They have the leaf guard system that's guaranteed to never clog.
But we need a new roof first.
They do those too. They even have the stone-coated steel roofing, which is the best roof money can buy.
Rain Drain, huh? Let me give them a call.
With over 18 years experience, Rain Drain offers gutters, roofing, windows, and siding for your free estimate. Call 888-611-RAIN or visit their website for more information at raindraininc.com.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Paul, congratulations to you and the association, and obviously to the member schools around the state. It appears, I think, for most of us that the first 2 weeks of fall sports have gone relatively well.
And I would agree completely, Bob. You know, our member schools continue to do a phenomenal job working with their student athletes, working with their communities to make sure that they're doing everything they can to keep everybody safe so we can play high school football and everything this fall. You know, I've just been so impressed with it's funny, you know, there was a lot of intrepidation in the beginning because it was all unknown, but the enthusiasm's coming back here at a record level because we've got week 2 in the books.
You have week 2 in the books, and it appears you've had, I'm not exactly sure of the right word, but you have had a few situations where games have had to be moved around. I think most notably the past week, Danville having to postpone their game with Mooresville. Mooresville learning on a Wednesday they had to find an opponent, was able to hook up with Leo and play a game. How many of those situations have happened to this date?
Yeah, so far it has actually been the same the last 2 weeks. We've had 16 opponents in each of the last 2 weeks that could not play because of various reasons. The vast majority of those are due to kids that were out because of quarantine, not positive tests. And so it's happened at about a 10% rate across the state, as we've been seeing. But what I would tell you is also, Bob, we have some schools that simply don't match up with an opponent that's available in their area or size-wise. But the last 2 weeks, we've had 95% of our schools available and ready to play football and just couldn't do it because of various reasons. So those are really good numbers that we've been tracking.
Is it the same with your other fall sports? Have they been affected similarly as football has?
It has. It's very similar across the board. And again, it's, we've got student athletes, we got schools that have to shut down for various reasons. And, we expected that when the season began. We spoke to that, and it's come true. And the numbers are about what we thought we would have when we got back into play.
Paul Neidig with us from the IHSA. Paul, you've been fortunate, obviously. Schools have been diligent. Student athletes have. Fans seem to be, too. And what's been the reaction of your schools and how the fans have treated this situation?
I think all in all, we always have, some outliers out there, but that's the small story of this whole thing. The vast majority of people are doing what they can to keep student athletes safe. I mean, our staff's been out and about. I've been at several games this year, and I walk in and I don't see people hustling to get their mask on when I walk in, which tells me that they're, they've taken it serious and they're really trying to do everything they can to keep this thing moving. And that's what I told some folks. If we want to play in November, we've got to do the right thing today.
Well, you have week 3 coming up, and as we've seen to this point, we've had good weather, reasonably good weather, and great football.
Right, and I think we're going to continue to see that. Weather forecast looks good for this weekend, and as we get into week 3, you start learning a little bit more about who's got what and where the strength in the state lies, and and we get through this week, we're going to really start identifying those teams that may be able to make a run through the tournament. But there's been some surprising teams this year that traditionally have not had a lot of success that are doing pretty well right now.
He's Paul Neidig, the commissioner of the IHSAA. This is our weekly conversation about all things related to high school sports in our state. Paul, thanks so much for your time. Have a great week.
Thank you very much. And again, thank you for everything you do for our kids.
All right.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA. Paul Neidig joins us. Commissioner, we're into week 4 of the fall sports schedule, and relative to COVID-19, things seem to be progressing, I would think, reasonably well from your standpoint.
Yeah, they absolutely are, Bob. And we try to run some data and look at some numbers to see if that's the case. And what I can tell you is, week 1 we had about 84% of our schools in the state play a game. Week 2, we were right at 90% of our schools in our state played a football game. And then last week, we were going to celebrate a number of 95% of our schools actually played in the contest last week. So we're trending in the right direction. The number of schools on quarantine is going down. And that's just such a tribute to our communities and our schools and what they've been doing out there. And it's working.
It's a remarkable number. I mean, I'm not sure how else to look at it. I know you have to be elated at it, but also mindful that these things can change very dramatically.
Oh, they can, and obviously we just had our big Labor Day weekend, and everybody has their eye on that right now, and hopefully we don't see upticks in our communities that would affect our ability to play contests in the state. But I really believe people are getting the message, and we're going to see a minimal effect. At least that's what I'm hoping we're going to see.
Yeah, I would think that if you were in a community where you believe high school sports are important, and we do, that you have to do your part. And it's cliched, but it is a team effort. So everyone has to wear a mask, practice social distancing, try to avoid crowds, try to do those protocols that we've been talking about forever and ever to control the spread. And it seems to be that people are really taking it very seriously with these numbers you're talking about.
I think that's exactly right. And, the advantage that we have at a high school with, we still got parents involved with kids. And, people wonder why we can do things that a collegiate program cannot.
All right, Paul, let's talk about what's happening here in the fall. I mean, we are literally a couple of weeks away from, as crazy as it sounds, we're away a couple of weeks away from sectionals around the state in certain sports in the IHSAA.
We are, and we're looking at girls golf right now. It's 2 weeks out from this coming weekend, or actually one of this coming weekend, and man, we'd be here a couple of weeks or a couple of months ago. Girls golf is going to start contesting right after that, the 1st of October. We have flag football and boys and girls cross October 10th, followed by on that same weekend, October 10th, we play some soccer. So things are pretty nicely, and we're gearing up for tournaments now.
At Earl Grossman Funeral Home, we will work lasting tribute for your loved one. In addition to the services we offer, you can receive an online memorial that you can share with family and friends. We have a wide range of resources to support you not only today, but in the weeks or months to come. For more information, please give us a call at 892-5113, or you can get a hold of www.earlgrossmanfuneral.com, or you can also reach us on Facebook.
All right, back here to Argos, and we're about 53 seconds before the start of the second half here between the Argos Dragons and Bethany Bruins. Like I said, we knew it was going to be a dogfight, and I said, sure enough, that's exactly what it is. It's a dogfight. Yeah. Now the one thing is stuff that I'm probably going to jinx saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't want to see an overtime. But the girls' game last night went to double OT. So we'll see. We'll see how things pan out here. Yep, I think we're about ready to go. I think we're about ready to get going. Here between Bethany and Argos. Said you can't miss the Bethany keeper. He's in that neon green shirt. It's a little bit, it seems lighter than what the officials have got, but it's close. It is really, really close. No, I think Argos. So yeah, Argos should be kicking off. Yeah, yep, it will be. And Devin Allen will be doing the honors. Devin and Cameron Markley.